Finnish people live longer than the average lifespan. Therefore, there is something that we must learn apart from the time they spend in nature, outdoors exercise, and sauna. Within my time living here, I can tell that the diet plays a fundamental role in this longevity. Therefore, I would like to share some of the elements in the diet that I believe as a foreigner influence in the quality of food and lifestyle of its citizens. The importance of whole foods. In Finland, whole foods are available pretty much everywhere. Even though this country faces a strong and long winter, its local markets tend to prioritize in local producers and seasonal food. This has a very big impact, not only in incentivizing local economies, but also in eating the nutrients that the earth provides according to the season. We find that this diet is also super rich in whole grains, vegetables, berries, and lean protein. Really emphasizes in quality food over ultra-processed food. And even though it's normal to find over-processed food in the supermarket, you can always find whole foods in the local markets. And as a foreigner, I can tell that they prioritize in a healthy diet as a collective. Another important aspect that influences the Finnish diet is the high intake of fiber. The Finnish rye bread is super important and representative of the culture. Just imagine all the amount of bread that we consume in the world. White bread, processed bread, etc. Yourslef, it's a sourdough bread made of rye, which is a whole grain and has a lower glycemic index in comparison to processed white bread or simply white bread. Apart from the high fiber that this bread provides, it also contains high amounts of nutrients and antioxidants such as lignans. There is such a vast diversity of it. So now imagine if everybody eats this bread and it's a fundament of their diet, how can this influence over generations as society? When I compare with North America, where 70% of the people have metabolic disease, I see that in Finland this scenario does not happen. And yes, you have other diseases, or you have also people with depression or alcoholism, but it's not as bad in percentage as in North America, where we should really prioritize in the quality of our aliments and eating less ultra-processed food. Another very important element of the Finnish lifestyle and diet is the very consumption of wild berries. Lingonberries, bilberries, blueberries, cloudberries. They are more than just a delicious treat, but they are also packed with a high amount of antioxidants and biocompounds that really have a positive effect. They also protect against chronic disease. Whether you enjoy them preserved or in traditional dishes or cakes, breakfast, these are an integral part of Finnish lifestyle. Kefir and yogurt are also highly consumed in Finland, and they are really good for the gut health or the microbiome in your body. Of course, moderation of it is also important. Another thing that I noticed they consume a lot is healthy fats. The Finnish diet involves a high amount of omega-3 fatty acids that come from fish, salmon, wild trout, wild-caught salmon. And these are fundamental for a healthy brain and a healthy body. Very important for cognitive functions as well. Something that I have also learned and noticed within this time here is that there is less amount of sugar in all these kind of treats such as cakes, or when you go to local pastries and pastisseries, you find very delicious treats, but they don't contain a lot of sugar. When I did research, I noticed that indeed there is less amount of sugar consumption in overall in this culture. The lower amount of sugar intake reduces chronic disease, hypertension, and diabetes. It's very common to find meals that are balanced and with appropriate portions for each nutriment, protein, vegetable, grains. I feel that this is not that common in North America, where the amount of food is usually more when you go to restaurants, can be sometimes missing the quality, and it's more about the quantity. Of course, depends where you go, but this is a common trend that you find in places that more often offer processed or fast food. Another very important aspect is the mindful eating. I will say that in overall, the times for eating here are unhurried, and you can see that people take the time to really enjoy the food and share it with others, which is really good for digestion, and this has been proved to have a really good influence in your life and in your overall health. Another important element of the Finnish culture is the quality of the water. The tap water in Finland is of great quality and one of the best. You have free access to it in public spaces, restaurants, malls, and more. Its quality is due to the amount of water bodies and forests in Finland. Finland is one of the countries with most lakes in the world. Climate, natural filtration, and geological conditions enhance the quality of the water and minerals. Strict environmental policies prevent heavy metals and pathogens, and good agricultural and forestry practices protect water bodies from chemical runoff. These factors combined make Finland's drinking water one of the purest and safest in the world. Now, what do you think? After seeing these elements that influence longevity in Finnish people, would you agree that they influence in the overall quality of life? There are way more elements that influence longevity, however in this video I wanted to really focus in a short summary regarding diet. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to comment your point of view.